Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode from Donaram. It's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and we're going into what I think might be the last part of episode 4.
Well, it must be, because you only have 3 days of trial.
Kind of awkward. Like, they're going to try to cram 2 trials into this, because now we're going to bring up a separate crime.
This is it, though. Judgment Day.
It
Today,
could be
things...
considered 3 trials.
Yeah. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Why? What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with a stun gun yesterday. She's got powers. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Whoa. What are you doing?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should just go outside and
I'm
discharge.
a freak. She's Jubilee now.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Ooh, yeah, pal. Ooh, yeah, pal.
Oh, it's
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
gumshoe.
pal. What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning. Hey, Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How'd it go? Oh. Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got all the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi said he's forgotten his own name, but this has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Uh-huh. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence every time he says every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, you sexy son of a bitch. You may open your statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Please bring this witness to the courtroom.
He's wearing pink now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
Oh, I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left court. A history. I'm religious. I'm sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away. Nope. Wasn't doing that. I went to buy some food for Polly. See? Figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of them motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Well, he definitely had motive.
This is a trap, though.
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
Like, we can't... Yeah. By proving his motive, we incriminate Edgeworth on the other case.
Oh, let's just start pressing him on
Yeah.
stuff.
I'd call what you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed.
You know why.
In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to quietly listen when someone's talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes.
Have some food for Polly. But
Food?
Polly, a gourmand, you see.
You only eat these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
How does he remember that?
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, kind of got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I believe that.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You haven't lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
That proof is...
I suppose I'm going to have to prove what's in that
We
old
need the
Carter's
parrot
head.
to tell us about DL6. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Continue.
He needs one of his motives, and he has a motive.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Richard Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. What does this really have to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of those statements are lies.
Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Robert Hammond. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this in court? This is a court of law, and as you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's
Oh, that's good.
fingerprints. Then we'll compare the fingerprint on file
that's
for
actually
Yana
clever.
Yogi 15 years ago.
Well, that makes sense, actually.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
It's a landmine, but it makes sense.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright,
Why?
because I destroyed all the evidence.
The witness
He
has no fingerprint.
What? No fingerprints. Burn them off?
Oh. Yeah, I worked as a caretaker. I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints to hide your past?
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it in like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one, except for
the
a
bird.
parrot.
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? You're not going to.
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Can't object to your
Wait
own
a
suggestion.
second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you have suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I will hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance, at least I think so.
Bailiff, bring on the parrot.
Yes.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, squawk.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
You just gotta call him by name before you ask the question.
We're going to press him.
Press
present
on
him
the
with
first one.
evidence.
Press him on the first one.
Hold it right there.
Witness.
You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify.
Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I
What's
say?
your name? I think we,
Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly.
Polly, what's your name?
Polly, squawk.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, it does.
does it?
I
Claim
think
that
it's
the parrot's own name will prove her own its identity.
the
then show us
keywords.
proof.
Nick, don't you think you're bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove he is Yana Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is
I don't know that it does.
Yeah, I think we.
I think we messed that one up. What other? I mean, just give him the parrot, I guess. I don't know.
It's keywords that the parrot does.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have anything to do with his name.
Making random guesses is a waste of court time. Witness, continue your testimony.
Press him.
You must speak to me.
We should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Do we do that one again? Because there was a second option we could have
there
taken.
were other options. What they need to remember.
Yeah, there was a did you forget anything?
Yeah. Yeah, have we forgotten something?
As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6. That's right. I forgot about that one. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? Hello? Squawk!
That's not what you were supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello? Hello? Squawk!
It's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
That's ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tis something the matter,
You
Mr.
prepped
Wright?
this witness.
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we had forgotten anything? So we need to press with the third option.
What was the third one?
The safe combination.
Yeah.
Let's just try to get her. Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? To the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Mr. Wright, you are claiming this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it probably
kinda
does.
Did.
Actually,
Maybe it corresponds
does.
to.
That's why I had her say it.
Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker
it's something he
is?
could remember.
The
A date.
1228
12/28.
is the last day. Show us your proof.
Yes. yes. yes.
Possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity. We need
The DL6
the DL6
file.
file, yeah. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Where in this file is something.
The case summary? It had to be case summary, right? Because that's when the statute of limitations goes out.
Yeah.
It's on the case summary page. Specifically the date at which the DL6 incident occurred.
December 28. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on the safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
That's not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing.
Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Is there something we can present the parrot?
Oh, with a picture of itself? I don't know.
Well, we tried that. But
Oh. Wait a minute.
Maybe you'd recognize the gun.
I'm curious.
About the gun?
Like, we do have a full bar for mess ups. I'm not sure I follow.
It clearly contradicts.
the thought. Okay, it's a very okay. I'm glad we did that anyway. Okay.
Do we need to press on this one now that we got the other one?
You're here to speak. You must speak to me.
I
Yeah.
mean, let's just press the first one again.
Yeah, just press.
We already did that.
Let's try the first one again.
But he retrained the parrot.
Yeah, he retrained the parrot.
Something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, Squawk.
It's not what she was supposed to say.
So, I mean, we should probably just.
Maybe we should.
We need to find something in the court record, right?
Maybe we should do the middle one and then say it doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we can try that.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, something's. Wait. Yeah, he retrained the parrot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same stuff. Okay.
Okay. Maya's gonna talk to the parrot now. What's your name?
Okay, we got Polly's names.
We've established the parrot.
Let's present
No,
it
it doesn't.
doesn't.
present the DL6.
Oh. Present DLC. It was in the. No, it wasn't. Von Karma took the safe stuff from us.
So we can present Misty Face
So
photo.
have her say Polly again.
What are we supposed to do after that?
Then show her then present the DL6.
Oh.
Oh, as why it's related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that related?
Holy.
Yeah. What's her
Polly.
name? And then
Does that have something to do with? Oh God, I can't remember if Polly was another person's name.
Polly, Squawk.
Mr. Wright.
Is
We've established the parrot
It's a
is
polygraph?
Polly.
No. Yeah. Of course. And
Okay.
the DL6.
Right, Polly and Yogi.
Yeah. Show the DL6 file. Oh, hit A.
I don't see.
Hit X.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then?
It's a good question, actually. I don't know. I'm not
Show
following.
us or stop wasting our time.
Please show us the page where.
Do the suspect data this time instead of case
Suspect data.
summary.
Yeah, because he was the suspect. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yana Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See,
Ah.
we should have read it. We didn't ever read it.
Indeed, it does say that.
what was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly.
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that's possible.
A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiance? She's only 7 years old.
Well, we aren't aware of how old she is. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence. That's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh my God.
I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity.
For 15 years.
Well,
Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
my name is Yogi. Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this court.
Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death.
Yep, it was me. I did it. They put me on a witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said, was mentally unsound. Told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to get my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth himself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Okay. On karma. Where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
Innocent, in this case at least.
Mm-hmm. Very well. The defendant, please take the stand.
After being declared guilty 2 or 3 times.
Why is he on the stand if we know he's innocent?
Yeah, there are a few mysteries left to be left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Nice. I love that they put confetti in the court.
Yeah.
That is all. Court's adjourned.
Well.
Oh.
There it
Oh.
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means
Edgeworth
No.
did this?
Edgeworth.
Your Honor. I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I am not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
What do? Raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to have a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court's adjourned. $2.24.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you killed your dad.
I did want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning.
Yes.
I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
All right. Back in court. Round 2. Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. He did. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter in court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
There was a bullet hole in the glass.
Yeah. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
Press him on the last one.
Yeah, the one shot.
Oh, the scream, I mean.
Oh, scream. Oh, who was screaming?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, cross-examine.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, press him on the last one.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
That definitely happened.
Yeah. Okay, that happened. Yeah.
He threw it? That one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
This one. That one first, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, the second to last one.
Sorry, the scream. Yeah, press him there.
Oh, okay. We'll just go back and forth
Yeah,
a
we'll
few
go-
times.
To this day.
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence,
He was killed instantly.
but I don't know what it means. I better find out quick.
Yeah, can we, the DL6, it looks like,
Show him the DL6 case file on that.
On the last one?
yeah, 'cause it looks like his dad would have been killed instantly, so it was someone else screaming. And that picture clearly shows a bullet hole
One
in the
before it.
glass.
Yeah, a single gunshot. Present the DL6 there.
Like the
Yeah,
photo
'cause
of the
there
crime
shouldn't be a
scene.
scream after the
Yeah.
this one.
Well, yeah. That one. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Because there were two, remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded.
Yeah, there's a bullet in his dad.
I was
and
unconscious until the rescuers came.
a bullet in the glass. I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on.
Oh, Christ, what was it? Okay,
Which
wait a
page
minute.
contradicts
The
Edward's
victim data.
Victim data,
It's
yeah, okay.
The only one we haven't
That's actually
done.
really
Is
easy.
Yeah, victim data.
Yeah,
All right.
because he was killed instantly.
Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder
Oh,
weapon was
yeah, oh,
fired
yeah.
twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Hmm. Was there perhaps another shooter in the grassy knoll?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident.
So we do have that photo of...
There is
No,
no
there's-
proof that the second shot had anything to do
Yeah,
with
there
this
is.
incident.
Yeah, there is. That photo.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes, we have
Show the picture of his
that
dad.
photo.
Your Honor, I think I will show
We
you
have
the
a
proof.
photo of the crime
What?
scene.
Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. You have evidence that the second firing of the pistol was related to the evidence.
Yeah, go
This
over to his
Yeah, that
picture of his dead old
yeah.
dad.
I
that
had
one.
explained. Yeah, there's that photo.
Look at this photograph.
Yeah, look at it. It's beautiful.
There he is.
There's a gunshot wound to that plate glass or glass. Okay. Murder weapon was fired twice.
This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. The photo proved 2 shots were fired. Where? Oh, do we get to do our handsy thing?
Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor, please look at the
Show the.
look at the bullet hole. Your Honor, look at this.
I mean, come on.
Like clues. Whose clues? Blue's clues.
Should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole. Oh, that clever Blue.
Your Honor,
Always hiding from me.
Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door.
Oh, it finally came up.
We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door.
So it flung out. Okay.
Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot fired rang out.
So he.
In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
So someone was just walking by and gets shot by a random shot through the glass, walks in and then shoots
The murderer, of course.
Okay. That's a wacky turn of events, Scoob.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright,
It was old man karma.
look once more at the DL6 case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary. That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found at the scene.
Oh,
Ellipsis.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
well, maybe the police didn't do a good job. How about that? You ever think of that?
The second bullet has never been found.
Okay, well, maybe.
We have the second bullet.
Why? Because the second bullet does not exist.
Okay, so the first bullet's unaccounted for.
The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life
that's
was
right.
the one fired by his own son.
We have the bullet from his heart.
Yeah,
That is the truth of this
So
matter.
what's-
The whole truth.
let's throw that bullet out there, maybe.
It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Another bullet, maybe. I don't know. Order. I will have order. Okay, so unless the police are just absolutely ass backwards terrible at their jobs, that bullet like lodged into somebody, and they just never went to a hospital or something. I don't know. And the only other character with a portrait is Von Karma. So.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
I don't know what I said. I was.
How did this happen?
I was.
I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist.
There were 2 shooters at JFK.
Was I
we
wrong?
know that. We know.
Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
Ellipsis. I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all of my conjectures are for nothing.
No. We have the
But
second
you said
bullet.
you'd do it.
You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
Ellipsis. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple.
That's not simple.
This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
We have the bullet. Well, it seems we finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime.
What?
That shot was fired.
Precisely.
We don't know that.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did.
Ellipsis.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here, on CNN.
Right now.
Right here.
Indeed.
Right now.
Does anyone have any objection? Yes.
Yeah, object.
Come on, Phoenix.
Object. I've never been here before. It's just
Yes,
like
you-
my first day in
Yes,
court.
you have. Well, it was literally on your first day of court. You've been here.
There are
Come on.
so many things I should be saying,
Yes, there are.
but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
We'll help you. Come on.
I have an objection.
I have an objection.
Obviously.
Your Honor. I object.
That was objectionable.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Matumbo way. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object,
The prosecution
Oof.
is a big meanie head.
Nick.
I don't know. His case is
No,
perfect.
it's not. He's just like
Ah,
with the bullet.
it must
This magic
exist.
bullet. Yes.
The second bullet.
We don't-
Oh, it's
What?
she's communicating to you and not Maya.
What did you say? What did you say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist.
That taser. The taser.
But
it
where?
connected your souls. And now
Oh.
you can channel me now you
Someone
you
took
can
it.
channel her psychic powers. It seems that waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Or perhaps he has
Wait, Your
spiritual
Honor.
guidance. Huh?
The second bullet. It existed,
It was real.
but
Oh,
we've
wait.
just heard proof that it did not exist.
I
I realize that, Your Honor.
I don't believe it. It exists. It's real.
It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime.
Yeah, probably.
That's what happened.
But who? The murderer.
The murderer.
Obviously.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
Well, there's only one other named character
I'm
here.
still thinking about that one.
It's not Larry Butts. It's not Will Powers. It's not the judge.
Maybe it's the guy with a grudge.
Yes, that's hey. I'm glad we rhymed that. I will not. First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Well,
They didn't need it.
No, they had
to find it to remove it from the scene.
or else they'd be a suspect because he shot in from the window.
No, I'm thinking he didn't need it.
You didn't need it?
Yeah.
Oh, because the bullet was inside him.
Why would the murderer have spent the
The
time to
scream.
look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? No. Yeah, that's what happened. The guy got shot by accident from the first
murderer
bullet.
had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Okay, this is not going the way I thought.
Had to take it.
Because he couldn't get it out.
Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy.
Yes.
Don't think about why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Communing with the spirits.
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what?
Okay.
Maybe the bullet hit the murderer.
The first bullet hit the murderer.
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's not like you could perform surgery right there.
On a 22 caliber, maybe.
You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left the scene with the first bullet. It was the first bullet that hit them.
Right.
Come on, just leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
That makes sense why they were screaming, too. Now.
Yeah, the first bullet fired. They screamed, and then
Yes, I guess that's how it would work.
Because everybody inside passed out, so he could just kill them real easy.
but there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean,
The murderer came from outside, yes.
oh, there's the music. Two men fight inside the elevator. A gun is thrown. Pistol discharges, and the bullet goes out the window into the shoulder. Oh. Von Karma clutches his shoulder as a reflex.
Von Karma took a vacation.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why he took
Yeah.
a vacation.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
And
And he's left-handed.
it's true. He's also really cool looking. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the
wait a
time of the
minute.
incident.
Okay,
He's right. I can't think of
wait
anyone.
a minute. Hey, Nick,
Because nobody
Huh?
saw him.
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy.
Remember that what Mr. Kroosberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow! It must have been quite a shock for Mon Karma. He took a vacation for several months. Oh, so he either
Until he healed.
Yeah, that's why.
and he never took the bullet out because that would leave a paper trail. And we have a metal detector, don't we?
Oh my god, we do. I hope we pull it out in court and it starts beeping.
Yeah. Come on. Do it. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? Although he probably could have.
But took it because he was injured.
Yeah. Of course, he could have gone to, like, Guatemala and paid, like, a
Yeah.
he could've gone.
smith to tear it out. But, you know, maybe he just.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma.
It was Von Karma!
Oh man.
Oh, snap, Mr. Oh, snap, Busy Bap. You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
We're putting shit together here, Your Honor. You have indicated the possibility of a murderer from the outside realms. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out
It's-
and say it now?
Larry Butts.
Say it now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There's no
why I
better
would say
time
it.
at this point.
Your Honor. there is a suspect, one lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is the suspect?
My hands are shaking.
The what?
Von Karma.
Whoa!
Von
Von
Karma.
Karma.
Von Karma? Oh shit. Oh. You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing over there?
Bah. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So, you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth.
I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave any clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Ugh, nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have.
Guess he could have, but he probably didn't.
You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Tis well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove I was shot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Hey,
can.
yeah. Show evidence.
Missile, get out here.
All right, Von Karma. I'll prove it. I just happen to
Just
have a
gonna-
metal detector.
We're just going to dangle
I'll
this
even
metal
use
detector on his
evidence
shoulder.
to show how you like. Yeah.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is
It's right there. A useful detection device.
Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There's the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. After how would something like a bullet dissolve in your
No.
body?
No. Absolutely not.
It'll stay... yeah, like veterans have like shrapnel in them for the rest of their lives.
Crazy. Oh,
Is that-
Judge is wondering the same thing. After,
All these years, yeah.
well, there's one way to find out.
Yeah, it's a good way to keep iron in your blood.
We could use this metal detector that I just happen to have. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to
Just
run this over
bring
you
it
and
out
see what we find.
Oh, God. I refuse.
You refuse? Refusing this means you acknowledge the bullet is still inside you? Order.
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector.
Please let us use the handy thing.
Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but it's flipping awesome. We have to give it a shot. Beep, 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 beep. All right, Luke, you're the middle. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. That's why he's left-handed.
Yeah.
The bullet. Mr. Von Karma.
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent.
Question mark.
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
It's from Nam.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6.
Okay.
So why didn't he go to the doctor?
Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah, Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything.
I'm butter.
It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, but he's the defense.
Yeah,
Not I.
Mr. Wright, can you prove it? Ballistics. We have the bullet from that Maya stole.
Yeah.
Yeah, present that.
Yeah.
Of course he can't.
All right, we're gonna have to force you to undergo surgery so we can get
You don't
ballistics
have
off that
any
other
DL6
bullet.
evidence.
Oh, that's
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
Not all of it.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So, sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof showing the bullet,
That
the bullet,
bullet.
the bullet, the bullet. Yeah.
Still has ballistics. That's a bullet
Where did you get that?
from your shoulder.
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident.
It's like you pull it from behind your ear. Is this your bullet?
This was taken from Mr. Gregory Edgeworth.
Preserved quite nicely.
The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistics markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
So if we can just yank that other bullet out of that there shoulder.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate, really.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. That very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet
But all
and
before
solve this
midnight.
case once and for all.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Von Karma,
He's going Super Saiyan.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air.
Kabang! Blamzos!
Get away from my father.
Kabang!
Bang.
Ah!
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me.
You're the
it
one who
was
caused the
you.
earthquake by screaming.
You and
Oh,
your
God.
father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in here without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall, felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
He fooled death itself.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge,
What?
what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years ago, 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
you were innocent. You are innocent. You is innocent. As you said, it was all nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Twice. Yay. That was all. This court is adjourned. Wait a minute.
It shouldn't.
Yeah,
You
really.
need to find the other guy guilty. You've got like 2 minutes. Come on. Oh, he got away.
Quick, run. 6 more hours.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at that sort of thing.
You've got a lot to learn, Mr. Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Woo, pal. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. The lowest paid of all of us. My salary went down, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
Food, yeah.
I see.
Whoop!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, what's she doing here?
Lada!
Y'all get in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank you all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if there was one there.
You were the witness the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Well, bygones be bygones, right? Speaking of which, what do you,
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
me, I went back to college. Gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too
Yeah.
bad.
Huh?
Hmm?
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Oh, Keontae's gone.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's going to live in Paris. Paris,
Why
Nick.
is it always Paris?
She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration.
For the $38 he stole. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts. You come along tonight too, pal. My treat.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick.
Yo, Nick.
That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah, what's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38. No. Larry, it was you.
What are you so surprised about, Ray?
If something smells,
Huh?
it's usually the butts.
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
But I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Photo time. Let's go. And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention.
That photo's going to be evidence somehow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick.
Fi's not leaving, is she?
You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
What time is it? The first trains for the mountain has already left to the station. I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya!
Had to make this awkward, didn't you?
So you're leaving.
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. Who ever heard of a Charlie in the box? I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wait.
What?
Ellipsis. I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at that very end. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you.
Detective Gumshoe helped.
Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the only one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
the bullet. Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Yeah, the bullet.
Oh, this boy, yeah.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick!
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm gonna complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. I take your lines, too. Goodbye. Ah. Thanks, Nick.
I think she'd have some, luggage with her.
Yeah.
She's a medium. She forgoes possession.
So, Phoenix Wright's story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that he once was. A new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters.
Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Shu Takumi. Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe!
Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh, pal?
Huh? Nick? Nah, haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at the cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, y'all. Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately, you know. Not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Goodbye, Glass Joe.
Oh, this is Luke. Phoenix Wright, Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management at the
Gatewater Hotel.
Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Oh, yes. Me as understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. You see?
Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh, David, dang old whippersnapper. Whippersnapper.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this is nice.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal, Sniff. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any
Yeah,
kids'
that's gonna-
dreams, you know.
That's
Oh,
gonna,
God.
man. There's gonna be some cute, confused boys
Yeah.
and girls in puberty. Oh, it's
Penny Nichols.
Oh, I got a letter from the other day. Sounds like he got the cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time. So I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. Says she can't buy them where she is. kind of place is she living anyway?
Okay, so is the other kid going to show up?
Probably.
Yes.
Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, all right? But, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Oh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy my tender age.
They still haven't fixed the monkey either.
They hadn't.
Now we have all like the people we've convicted come in. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I remember, right? Me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. That picture I took of everyone. Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm going to be famous. Oh, yeah.
So Maya's in the photo? Or Mia's in the photo?
Mamma Mia. You're going to see that photo? I imagine we will at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Victory! She had time. Oh, he's throwing confetti.
So he's the one
it's
that
really just Gumshoe in the courtroom every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Capcom.
Yeah, it was good.
That was
good. Wait a minute.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, there is another one.
Oh,
A
what
brand new
the
episode has been
hell?
added.
Well,
All right.
Okay.
Well, that was the conclusion of episode 4.
Take that.
Tune in next time, and we'll start episode 5.
Oh.
Thanks for watching.